of sustainable living is on the rise. And make no mistake, the new Malabueño is ready for the ride. This is the city of Malabon, constantly redefining the landscape of possibilities. Founded in 1599 as Tambobong, the erstwhile Visita of Tondo was originally a place of silt and bamboo. Today, the once quaint hamlet is a formidable force in urban planning, good governance, and tourism development. As a seat of faith in the mid to late 17th century, Malabon was veritably a domain of Augustinian friars. In 1614, an independent parish was established, and by 1622, the first cobblestones of the walls of San Bartolome Church were put in place. More than 4 centuries later, the church has secured its place as an important cultural property as declared by the National Historical Commission of the Philippines. Standing shoulder to shoulder with San Bartolome in terms of cultural and religious significance is the diocesan shrine and parish of the Immaculate Conception. Oral history reveals that an apparition of the Blessed Virgin Mary happened in this sacred place. This has earned for the church a spiritual affiliation with Rome. Celebrating milestones is a distinct Malabon tradition. In 2024, another milestone was reached: the 425th commemoration of the establishment of Malabon as a town in May 21, 1599. For this institutional feat, a commemorative stamp was issued by the Philippine Postal Corporation. From seat of faith to center of trade and transportation, the 18th century was an important period in the history of Malabon. The so-called Tranvia was a ubiquitous sight in the streets of Malabon. Operated and owned by Meralco, it was the transportation of choice, which serviced the Malabon-Manila route. The waterways of Malabon are constant reminders of the rich provenance of its natural resources. At present, the waters have not ebbed in their importance as could be gleaned from the Dampalit Mega Dike Trail. The place offers a unique commune with nature and a spectacular view of the sunrise. And when one speaks of nature and the lush flora and fauna in this neck of the woods, the iconic Malabon Zoo should not be missed. The 18th century also saw Malabon as one of the main quarters in the armed struggle against the tyranny of the Spanish government. It was the power of the pen, inscribed in the Articles of La Independencia, which brought Malabon in the center of the fight for freedom. The newspaper La Independencia was first printed in what was known as Asilo de Huérfanos or Malabon Orphanage. At the same time, patriotic fervor caught up with the young Malabon idealists. One of them was a writer-journalist, lawyer, and a noted scholar. His name was Epifanio de los Santos or Don Pañong. In memory of the great contribution of this Malabueño to Philippine history and nation building, the erstwhile Highway 54, the main road traversing Metro Manila from north to south, was renamed Epifanio de los Santos Avenue, or popularly known as EDSA. A pervading influence of the revolutionary spirit still stands today in new, manifold ways. Malabon's art tourism landscape have new trends, paradigms, and ethos in art practice and expression in the likes of 2006 National Artist for Visual Arts, Benedicto Cabrera, or known as Ben Cab, to art connoisseurs, world-class sculptor Michael Cagno, and the currency designer of the country's polymer bills, visual artist Angel Cagno. Not only that, the old structures stand today as silent witnesses to the struggle and heroism which the old Malabon cradled and nurtured. But they also serve as balancing elements in Malabon's rise as an architectural melting pot. Despite its status as a major urban center, the old, inherent Malabon charm is still palpable. Then, as now, Malabon is steep in manufacturing and industrial history. It was in 1851 when La Princesa Tabacalera started its operations. The tobacco-making company was the crown jewel of the Compañía General de Tabacos de Filipinas, which operated under the control and supervision of the Spanish Crown. The structure still stands today, partly museum and at the same time a repurposed school for special education. In 1878, the Malabon Sugar Company, the pioneer in Philippine sugar refinery, found a business sweet spot by establishing operations in Malabon. Malabon's wet market scene is always a visual feast, thanks to the thriving local industry. Popularly known as Consignacion Malabon or Tanyong Fish Market, the traditional bulungan system of fish trading is a defining element of Malabon's top industry. Not to mention, fresh catch abounds and the widest pickings for wholesalers and retailers alike. Undeniably, Malabon's food and gastronomical tourism is currently in full spread, fully supported by the local government unit through its One Barangay, One Product program. On top of these products is one that is inarguably Malabueño, the Pancit Malabon. As part of its cultural identity, the product comes in a variety of versions and tastes. But one thing's for sure, the perfect blend of the umami flavor and generous serving of sahog make it the most sought-after food product in the city. Presenting Malabon's cornucopia of best-selling and identity-affirming products, from street food with a kick to home-style favorites, from mouth-watering desserts to native delicacies and iconic Filipino dishes, giving that authentic Malabon twist. Indeed, the Malabon of yesteryears has gone by leaps and bounds in terms of economic growth. One of the innovative approaches of what is now a dynamic Malabon is the Malabon Ahon Blue Card, a digital feature of the social welfare program which has transformed social service delivery. The innovation streamlines community support services by way of a resident-focused approach. The global mindset is now very evident in how things are run in the city. It is a vital player in the big league, thanks in no small part to progressive leaders who have paved the way in leading with accountability and integrity. Malabon City, the urban space that is big on natural sights and sounds, steep in heritage, rich in history, where leaders are responsive, where people are empowered. Truly, Malabon City is a cradle of history and a sanctuary of beauty.